Welcome back, everyone, to the modelship channel. Picking up where I left off, the deck is done on this deck because it's gonna be mostly even. I didn't do 3 nails on the top deck. I will be doing 3 nails. So, considering the deck done, it is time to start shaping the ribs. The idea is to give it an organic curvature that will allow the planks to sit and have enough surface where to glue. If you don't sand, the planks only sit on a corner and it's less surface, and the curvature won't be as nice. So, as usual, I try to start calm with sandpaper. When it's not moving enough, I end up changing for a bit more drastic methods. This is a very heavy file. This heats through wood, but you need to be prepared that it kind of destroys. Yeah, and stuff can break. It's a lot of strength being applied, and if it happens, it needs to be dealt with. You can see there's at least 3 different angles that I have to be careful to make the curvatures be organic on this area. Sadly, most of the footage of me filing ended up out of frame because I have to hold this in a certain position to be able to file it, but you get the idea. The next step is starting to put the beams for the top deck. I mark the correct length for each rib. I'm using the mini table saw to cut them, and then I put them on their place so that nothing gets mixed up. Once I have all of them cut, I will glue them. Now, some more pieces for the stern structure. The next step is to cut these 3 deck beams that are on the opening from the top deck to the gun deck. These are to be cut. The instructions mention how far away from the edge of the deck it needs to be cut. I've marked and I'm now cutting. Now the final sanding. I'm using a disc to try and bring it to the correct length. Keep in mind these decks are not glued yet, they are just there for the reference. If these are glues, or even if you prefer, you can take these out, get to the proper length outside of the ship, and then glue them in place once more. I've masked and stained the top part of the ribs and deck beams that were cut after everything else is on the correct size and so on. I've stained them. This is oak stain, and now I'm applying a coat of matte varnish. This is to seal the wood so that the next chipping effects will work better. And I'm doing the same process on some pieces of wood that will be needed. That's a dowel and 2 square strips of wood. Once the coat of varnish has dried, I'm now applying a coat of chipping medium. After the chipping fluid is dried, I painted everything white. Once the white paint is dried, I start the chipping effects. I'm using a brush with hard bristles and it's wet with tap water. I usually use the water from cleaning the brushes because it's dirty and because I want everything to look dirty, so it will darken a bit whatever paint is being chipped. And you basically rub the paint off until it looks chipped to the amount that you wish. With all the chipping done, it's time for the final assembly of all these pieces. And finally, the columns are glued in under the beams. This is it for today's video. I will leave you with a couple of pictures of how it looks at this moment. I hope you all have enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to catch you all on the next one.